What's up, everybody? What is up? What is up? How are you guys doing today, man? You already know how it go. It's your boy B back with another video. So today we're going to be talking about phone flipping and why you should or should not give up. Honestly, guys, I'm gonna be giving you tips and tricks. I know there's a lot of people out there that are struggling phone flipping. I know there's a lot of people out there that are succeeding, but I feel like you guys are all, and let me not say you guys, let me say we all get caught up in our failures and we get caught up in what we're doing wrong, and we really stop looking at what we need to do to improve, right? So number one, phone flipping is easy. You don't need a degree to do it. You don't need $500 to $600 to start. You don't need to stress too much about how much money you're getting or putting into it unless you're starting, because I want to make that really clear, because I don't want to paint a fairy tale and the fairy tale doesn't really exist, right? So what I'm gonna do first is I'm going to show you guys some results. Like, let's start with that. Let's start with me actually showing you guys some results of some people that have successfully phone flipped, so you guys can actually see, okay, I can indeed do this, right? Like I can do this, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to go and open up some of these. Give me 1 second. 1 second, y'all. All right, boom, ski. All right, so let me open all of these. Y'all gonna see it in 1 second. Okay, so I'm gonna open all of these results. We're also gonna update the price list too. I also have some people sending me phones today. Shout out to everybody that is sending me phones. If you're looking to send me phones, get the price list. I have 50 buyers that are in states, out of state as well, that literally they're waiting to buy phones, right? So there's a lot of opportunity for you guys to be able to make money work for you. You just actually gotta get started. Okay, so now let me share my screen. Okay, now sharing my screen, we're gonna go over a few of the flips that have happened as of recently. And I want to show you guys this because I don't want you guys to feel like you can't do what these people are doing, right? Like, it's out there, like people are actually doing this. So if you're looking to give up on phone flipping or looking to give up on this income stream, just see what profits people are making. So two iPhone 14s, 128 locked. Okay, 310. Now, we're also able to compare this with the price list, right? So if we go to the phone flipping price list, we can also see how much. Let's see. Why do I have all of these tabs open? All right. We're able to see how much the price list actually pays. So this was for the iPhone 14. Okay. So iPhone 14, let's go and look. This will be used, obviously. So the iPhone 14, okay, locked. So market value. So we're looking at 130 to 110, but this person ended up getting paid 310. So this buyer must have really, really needed this phone for them to actually pay that much for the iPhone 14 lock. Let's see what it is new. Maybe I'm tripping. Yeah, no, even if it's new, 310 is a great price, right? So you see, 310 is a really, really good price for somebody to pay you for an iPhone 14 right now. Because iPhone 14s aren't that valuable. That's just clear cut what it is, right? So that's a good one. All right. So prime example, you go and you meet the right buyer, you're able to go ahead and get the right type of sales, right? So let's look at the iPhone 16, 128. They got 470, iPhone 13 Pro, 400. Now, how can the iPhone 13 Pro and then the iPhone 16 be $70 apart? So this is a locked iPhone 16. A locked iPhone 16. Let's see. A locked iPhone 16. Wow. So a locked iPhone 16 right now, 128 is 370. This person got 470. So that's going to be $100 more, which I would expect when you are first starting to flip phones and you're flipping a device that's newer in the market. You're going to find a lot of sporadic pricing and also offering, right? So you're going to find sometimes you're going to get lower than what you expect. Sometimes you're going to get higher, right? And this person ended up getting higher. The only thing I would say is an iPhone 16 would definitely be something if I was one of those people that wanted to attack new phones. An iPhone 16 is what I would try to attack. Instead of like the 16 Pro, 16 Plus, 16 Pro Max. Like I wouldn't really put my money into a iPhone 16 in general, but I definitely would not try and go ahead and start paying $650 for iPhone 16 Pro. Like I wouldn't do that because the market is so sporadic. There's no way for you to guarantee that you're going to be able to make your profit. So like that's where things get a little dicey. And I'm not about to go ahead and put out the money to start actually building and start my phone flipping journey with an iPhone 16 Pro Max kicking out 650. So it's sort of kind of like this. I want to be able to make as much money as possible, but I also want to be able to keep as much money as possible. And like if I have a change fund, prime example, I don't want my change fund to be emptied or empty it out, I'd say, for a phone when I can invest in an iPhone 13 Pro and put maybe 250. Let's see, an iPhone 13 Pro. What is that worth? iPhone 13 Pro. So we're looking at, and that's unlocked. So okay, iPhone 13 Pro new. So like new is $330, right? So if I can go ahead and say, okay, I know I'm getting paid $330, I'll offer somebody 250, let them negotiate me up to like 270, 280, and I'll make profit. But I still probably have, let's just say my change fund is 500. I still got like $200 more where I can go ahead and flip out, I guess, on the iPhone 13 locked, because look at that market value. It's low, right? So I would like to expand my reach as much as possible. And the way you expand your reach is by making multiple offers. And the way you make multiple offers is by making sure you establish your change fund and keep it flowing, right? So you don't want to put out too much money. And I think a lot of us, we put out more money than we need to when it comes to phone flipping. And then we wonder why it's not working for us. It's not working for you because you're very fucking irresponsible when it comes to the way that you put out your money, right? So like instead of you kicking out $300, let's say you only have $300 in to flip, right? Instead of you kicking out that $300 on one phone, you need to kick it out on two, right? Like, or instead of saying, all right, I got the 350, I'm gonna just go ahead and spend 350 on a phone. How about you just say, all right, bet I got 350. I'm gonna go ahead and spend 350 on the iPhone 11s, but I'll take those iPhone 11s and sell them to consumers. I'll go out and I'll get iPhone 11s for 125, 130, and I'll be able to flip them because an iPhone 11 is still worth something to somebody. Now we got this one, which is an iPhone 15 128 locked, $360. This was a wholesale order, which means this was somebody that had one, two, three, four, five, six iPhone 15s, which this isn't not normal. This happens. So usually when you see somebody that has all of these phones, they obviously got them out of a store. And if they're all locked, it all adds up, right? Like this is on an account. And I guarantee you this person got the iPhone 15s for just the taxes. And if I'm not, I mean, I feel like I'm about to be right when I say they paid, probably leaving the store per device. They most likely paid 95, 92, 87, like around that range. Let's just say 90. So 90 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 90 times 6, that's $540. They kicked out. They made 2,000. $160. So they came out 1,600 profit. Okay. And that's the people that you're actually, oh, I'm sorry. No. Because this particular individual won't count like how it would count for us, because a lot of us aren't going into the stores getting phones. But this person is a direct wholesale seller. So this is a person that just gets phones out of stores and they come and they sell phones to my store. Now, if there is a person that wants to get in the middle, which will be you guys, right? You would be getting in the middle of him coming directly to my store. Instead, he would come to you, and then you would come to me. So what it would be is he would get these for just the taxes, which if he's getting them for $90, right, each device, he definitely can go ahead and take 300 or take 320 because he only invested $90 because all he did was pay the taxes. So like you should easily be able to get this device for less than this easily. And we're going to talk about that later in the video. But just understand, like some of these people, they get these phones for less than $100, and you're too busy trying to give them as much money as you see somebody selling a phone for on eBay. It's crazy. It's crazy work because it doesn't make sense. Because you have to understand that not everybody gets phones the same way. So some people that you may think, well, hey, I can't offer them $100 for an iPhone 11, they probably got it off an insurance claim. And you're probably tripping saying you can't offer that when they didn't even kick out any money. They got it for free. So $100 for a device that they didn't kick no money out for, it seems like a steal for them. But you are too busy thinking about it in a personal sense to where now you're offering them way more than what they actually expect or wanted to expect, but you far than reached past their expectations at that point, right? We got an iPhone 15 Pro Max 256 512, an iPhone 15 Pro 512, and then an iPhone 15 Pro Max 128. Okay, they're all locked, and these are all locked to AT&T because I remember this one. And $2,390. I'm being honest, this person profited around $1,230, which is still a good profit. You know what I mean? It's still a good profit. Now, this isn't all in a day. You know what I mean? Like people try to lie and say, "Oh my God, yeah, I just helped Sally flip 2 iPhones for $2,365." Like that's all bull crap. You know what I mean? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 iPhone 16s locked. They're all being paid at $470 still. So this must have been the same buyer, and that's $1,880. Then we got 16 128, 16 Pro 256, Pro Max 256. So again, as you guys can see, I can show y'all receipt after receipt of different ways for you to be able to make the money. But how do you get this, right? Like how do you find a approach to where you can move from barely getting a phone a month to getting multiple? Number one, you have to start by setting yourself up some type of quota. Like you have to hold yourself accountable in some way, some form, right? And holding yourself accountable is one, you need to know market value. And that's why I try to tell you guys so much to make sure you guys go to hustlertaughtme.com. Make sure you guys go ahead and get the price list. Or if you don't or you can't get the price list, go ahead and get something else, right? Like go and try to go to try to go to like OfferUp and try to find a wholesale seller and see what they're pricing their devices for. But I wouldn't really ever go on I really wouldn't. I wouldn't go on eBay, like because eBay isn't going to give you the correct price because again, you have buyers on eBay literally selling phones. So do you think that you're ever going to beat a buyer's price? Like, let's be real. You know what I mean? So it's like you don't want to get caught up. Also, you get the Phone Flipping Academy bundle where we have the Phone Flipping Academy, we got the buyer's price list, product reselling academy, phone flipping price list. What else do we got in there? And I think the phone flipping inspection checklist. So you can get all of this stuff. And this is only $179, but you get access to my community. You get access to the Phone Flipping Academy, which is an 8-week course. So you're getting access to a lot of different things that are going to be able to essentially help you jumpstart the business. But not just that, it also gives you a connection because you're going to be getting that access to the community, which is the phone flipping, the product reselling community where you can message me on a consistent basis and we can work. So it's a lot to where you're able to effectively thrive in this space by having guidance. And I'll show you guys the community. I show you guys the community almost in every video, but I'll show you guys it here too, because again, you get that community feeling, but you also get, I have a lot of people that go on my community and never even talk on the wall or on the general discussions, but they just inbox me. And you can inbox me. You can get free calls, right? So all you do, you go to hustletaught.me.com. And then when you go there, you hit join academy, right? Then it takes you here. But here's the thing. I have people that just message me. Also people that just go ahead and tune into these classes. Like we have the class tonight. And this class is going to be at 9 p.m. tonight. So join up, just join the community. It's really easy, simple, right? Not too complicated. And then you have the Q&A. Then you had a plan of attack on Sundays, and I'll be adding more stuff. Of course, you still do have the classroom where we have different courses as well. So again, that's a really good approach and a good way for you to be able to just get your foot not only in the door with phone flipping, but have somebody that holds you accountable phone flipping as well. All right. So yeah, you want to make sure, and I want to talk to you guys just as much as I would talk to somebody on a regular call, more so than just go over and just ham the price list down your throats. I'd rather just talk about, hey, how can I effectively start making money phone flipping without dealing with the whole me being brought a dream and me buying a course and me essentially buying this course and thinking that it's going to change. Like a course can't change your life. A course can't make you money. A course can't teach you how to phone flip. You just really have to start to dig deep, and you got to realize in order to get results like this prime example, this person didn't get these results immediately. I know all of the phone flippers that are sending me stuff consistently. I know them, and I usually figure out where they're getting these devices from. Like something like this is simple. It's something I get on a daily basis. And this person didn't make $1,210 in profit. Obviously, they probably only made like 330 or maybe 450, but it's a good way to make money per deal. How do you get to this point? Where are they finding these phones? They're not finding these phones on OfferUp, eBay, Amazon, Mercari. They're finding these phones from people that hit them up on a consistent basis. Saying, hey, I got phones again. Excuse me. I got phones again. You know what I mean? Like wholesale sellers. And again, a lot of phone flippers don't tell you this because they don't know how to get wholesale sellers themselves. So in my academy, I teach you how to do that. I show you. And just to break it down, it literally tells you on the academy. Let me show you. It shows you right here. Yo, these voting people are killing me, man. I don't know why. Let me hit it right here so it can load faster. So it tells you the details. Right? So first day, you have the introduction to the phone flipping. It's an overview. Second day, sourcing phones for resale. I teach you how to source the phones. Number 3, evaluating phone condition. So I teach you grades. So grade A plus, grade B, C, D. Pricing strategies. How do you find effective pricing that you need to be able to make a profit, but also negotiate? A lot of people don't talk about that. You still have to leave room for negotiations, right? So that's important. Effective listing techniques. So customer communication, shipping and handling. Shipping is important when you're phone flipping. I just had a whole, you guys are going to see it. This morning, I just had a whole conversation with somebody overseas about how they want or how they can start to get phones from the States to their state because phones are booming over there. And that's another thing. Like I get a bunch of phone buyers that are literally in Europe that want to work, and I can connect you with them. Like I can connect you with people. I do connect people with people, but again, I can't connect you and you don't know nothing about phone flipping, or you're a misrepresentation of me when it comes to phone flipping, right? If I set you up with a phone flipper and let's just say in the, I want to say somewhere close. So let's just say in Colombia, right? If I did, you're not going to have to do much but get the phone. Once you get the phone, you just ship it, right? Like you don't have to worry about consumers. You don't have to worry about how I'm going to make my like no, the way you're going to get paid by literally just having simple tools, which this tool that you would figure out for the I don't know why this thing is moving so slow. For the phone flipping, you would need the price list, right? And the price list is going to tell you literally, hey, you're going to get paid at least 380. Now, from there, you already know, okay, if I'm going to get paid 380, I know, okay, I need to subtract whatever I want to make profit and then subtract whatever I want to be my wiggle room in negotiations. And then I'm going to start my offering. But how many offers are you making a day? Right? Like, are you making 5, making 10, 15? A lot of people like to focus on ads and trying to figure out how to create phone flipping ads, but they're not even consistent enough to be able to make their own offers. So when your ad does work, how are you converting the ad? How are you getting that ad to convert? It's interesting because so many people they are lied to, and they listen to what people say and how people lie to them. They think, oh, okay, I just do Facebook ads and then I just become a great phone flipper. No, because think about it. How many people are on Facebook ads? How do you know that your Facebook ad is prioritized above another's? You don't. So I don't rely on Facebook ads. So I don't talk about Facebook ads because Facebook ads are great when you are working on something else. You just want your phone flipping business to be on autopilot. But I personally reach out to people because I can leave my own personal leads, and I know I prioritize my business first. So a lot of people, they aren't setting goals. A lot of people aren't starting in general. And also a lot of people are relying on ads. And you relying on ads are going to get you nothing, right? Like ads aren't going to get you anything. Ads will get you a whole bunch of people that are competing because literally they're trying to find the best deal. So they're putting you next to the other person that paid for Facebook ads, and it just doesn't make sense business wise. That's why you'll never really see me talk about, hey, this is how you create phone flipping Facebook ads, because Facebook ads don't necessarily work, especially when you're just starting out. Now, phone flipping ads do work when you're somebody that is getting a 75 plus negotiation turnaround, right? Like you're succeeding on your negotiation tactics and you understand exactly what your demographic is and exactly how you want to attack people. That's different. But with somebody just starting out, the problem is you're pumping all of this money into a course, then you pumping all of the money into a ad campaign, and then you're not seeing anything except for numbers. And maybe people are hitting you up, but you don't know what to do when somebody says, hey, I have 2 iPhone 15 plus unlocked. How much? You don't know how to negotiate. You don't know how to figure out if they're a wholesale seller because you're too busy relying on something that is supposed to be automated or supposed to help you gain leads, but it's being honestly a deterrent and a distraction because you don't need that. That's not where you're supposed to be at right now. Right now, you need to make sure that you're actually learning how to negotiate, right? So like doing simple things like going on OfferUp, looking for phones. So iPhones, like literally like iPhone, just type in iPhone and then go make sure that this is hooked off. Well, we could do Westchester. That's cool. Hit local, hit this, hit recent first. On a park bench, cool, great. iPhone 15 Pro Max. Let me show you how easy it is with the price list, right? iPhone 14 Pro Max. If you're somebody that's like, oh, okay, let me show you how a lot of people do it. I asked my girlfriend, I said, how do you phone flip? I asked her that this weekend, and she said, well, if I was to start phone flipping, I would go on eBay, right? And if you go on eBay and you type in iPhone 14 Pro Max, right? Boom, boom, boom. Let's put it in there. And then, because it's how some people teach you. Some people teach you how to do it like this, which is so absurd, right? So, boom. All right, now I see 490, 345, 349, 517, 524. The problem is I don't know why any of these people are selling these phones. This person could be selling the phone for rent. This person could be selling the phone because he has a repair business. This person could be selling the phone because he's a buyer overseas. No matter what, all of these phones sold for different prices, right? And the prices are sporadic, which leads me to think, okay, so everybody has a different price point, a different cost of acquisition. So they're getting it for a different price. And also, everybody here is obviously selling for their own purpose. Like this person, they're selling the iPhone 11 in the bid style for a reason. This person took 490, but this person took 345. Like, what's the difference? Now, you could say, if I was to be objective on my own point, I'll be like, oh, well, maybe because it's a different date, right? That's what I would say. But then you have to think to yourself, okay, if it's a different date, cool, we'll leave that at that. But then I can see November 4th, 349, but November 4th, 490. Well, why are these prices so different? Because everybody's selling for a different reason and all the consumers are buying for different reasons. And oh, let's not even mention fees. There's so many fees you have to deal with in general. Even though eBay is cutting out their fees, there's still fees that you got to deal with. There's still shipping and risks that you have to deal with, right? So, and to cut out all of that, I usually say, you know what? I see an iPhone 14 Pro Max. Now, why don't I go on offer up and be like, oh, let me just look it up? So why don't I do this? Offer up, cool, and then say iPhone 14 Pro Max. Like, why don't I do this? Because this would seem logical, right? Like, oh, okay, I'm about to buy one. Let me look at what everybody's listing theirs for. The only difference is the same exact objection. I don't know why any of these people are selling them. So the only best way to do it is to go and find market value, which again, you can easily do with the price list. So iPhone 14 Pro Max. I've been up since 4. I'm tired. All right, iPhone 14 Pro Max. Is this unlocked? Okay. iPhone 14 Pro Max unlocked. We're gonna do B grade because even though we don't see any flaws, we always want to be there just in case, right? Like another reason why people don't make money is because they don't know how to grade. They are putting these phones in a certain grade categories that aren't correct. And then when they get to their buyer pays them a different price, which turns them off. And then they stop flipping because they feel like their buyer is getting to them or they overpaid and now they need to recoup and their buyer isn't offering them enough because they thought it was a grade A plus when it's really a grade B. The pricing is enormously different depending on the model. And also, depending on what other deductions you have, there's no plastic on the face of the phone, which means a $20 deduction, no charger in the box, $20 deduction. Like knowing all of this stuff, it all comes from only experience and also being mentored in a way of, always having questions and then being able to have that support system that has your back. But anyway, we know for a fact B grade, we can offer 540. Well, we know that we could get paid no less than 540. It doesn't necessarily mean we're getting just paid 540. If you guys don't understand that, let me give you a case in point. These are real people that have sold to the price list. Let's use this random one I just chose. Let's use an iPhone 15 since we're close to iPhone 15s on the list. iPhone 15 512, we have locked, right? So iPhone 15 512. But is this used or new? I think this is used because, okay, cool. So 512 locked. You see $390, but they got paid $400 because on a price list, we're putting buyers against each other for them to have to argue, and then somebody's going to put the price higher. So again, you got $400 instead of just settling for that regular 390 or that 350, or if it was a B grade 320. So that's how you make this whole phone flipping game work against the buyers by letting that buyer know, hey, I got other buyers that are willing to offer me higher. So what is the price that you can give me? If you walk up to a buyer and you tell them that and you're a customer that's consistent, I guarantee you he changes his price. I guarantee you. That's how it works. Because you have to start to understand, like, it takes an enormous amount of effort to do this on your own. But when you have a support system such as here, you know what I mean, on this channel, also in the community, right? When you have like the support that we give, every product you order from me, you're getting a connection. No product you get, you don't get a connection. Like, no, we're giving connections because, again, it's so important for you guys to be able not only to grow, but for you guys to be able to adapt. So, effectively, what we would say is for this iPhone 14 Pro Max, we can do. So we see this the grade B 540, right? So why do people lose money as well phone flipping is because they don't make the right offers. So I see it's worth 540 in the market, which does not necessarily mean that I'm going to be paying $540. Matter of fact, it actually means I will not be going near $500 in general, because remember, I want to make how much money profit every single phone, guys? 500, right? So what I would do is I would automatically boom, take away the 50. So I know 490, that's the most I could take. But I also know that 9 times out of 10, if I don't give this person at least $500 as an offer, this person is going to try and negotiate me down, right? Or up, excuse me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that I have wiggle room. Now, how do you make sure you have wiggle room? So the best way to make sure you have wiggle room is before you make the offer to account for the wiggle room. So the way we're going to do that is we're going to subtract, let's say $30. So $30 would be our wiggle room. Now I'm going to offer somebody 460. So I'll go to this person. I say, hey, I can do 460, right? Oh man, it's not even typing. Hey, I can do 460. Okay. Now, what if the person says no? I don't want 460. I want more. That's fine, right? I still can go up $30. Now, I won't go up $30 the first objection. I might go up 5. All right, I could do 465. No, that's not enough. All right, 460. You know what I mean? So I start going up. So a lot of phone flippers don't follow these procedures. And guess what? That's why they don't connect and be able to convert a lot of people that they make offers to. And then in essence, they're saying, oh my God, it's so hard. No, it's not hard. You just don't know how to negotiate yet. And I'll be having more and more videos about negotiations because I see that that's something that's really, really skipped in this phone flipping process, is being able to learn how to negotiate, which is very, very important. All right, guys. So that's all I'm going to do for today. Make sure you guys, because I do have the phone flipping class tonight. So make sure you guys go ahead. Make sure you join the community. If you want to be a part of the Phone Flipping Academy today or the Phone Flipping class today at 9 p.m., all you have to do literally is go to hustlertaughtme.com. Go right here. I'm giving you a shortcut because if you don't want to have to pay the full price for the academy, you can go here and only pay $25 and be able to get inside the class. That's a shortcut. That's like a cheat code. And that's a way for you to be able to save money. But if you want the whole course, now, if you do just pay that 25, obviously you're going to pick up, because I believe we're on week, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're on week 5. So obviously you'll be behind. But if you want to get the whole course, you just go ahead and you pay that 107 and you get the whole course immediately. And now you can actually get the course, get into the community for free. And you're able to get, because when you get in the community, I want to show y'all, you get book free calls. You literally get my calendar and you can start to book some calls. Now, I am very, very booked up right now, obviously, because it's towards the holiday. But again, you're able to get the calls, right? And my book calls, the free book calls, they go fast. They go fast and they're only 15 minutes. But when you're in a community, I know you're in a community. So I know for a fact that we're going to be talking more and more. All right. So thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you guys, and we're going to continue to grow, continue to dominate, continue to try and set the standard. But we have to first start with our habits, and our habits got to continue to be better. I would do a little longer, guys, but I'm probably going to come back on during the evening. I am tired out of my mind. So I'm about to reconvene, regroup, and I will be back on before the phone flipping class. So again, make sure you guys continue to follow the tips that I gave, and hopefully it can help you. All right, guys. So thank you, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.